the New England Patriots +4. Why is this? Okay, home field advantage is 2.5. In division, 2 is going to be high, so let's call it 2. So that means that Buffalo is better than New England, at least based on this line, by a significant degree, because to get to 2 to 2.5, okay, but to get to 3 is gigantic. To get to 3.5 is gigantic. That's the most key number in the NFL. And then to get to 4 is another tick. All right, what's the case that the Bills are better by that amount than New England? I'm not sure there is one. I know New England's done not as great lately. And I know you could say, hey, Mac Jones, you know, in the big games, he's been just a little short. And I think that's the whole point, a little short. They covered against Tampa Bay. They should have covered against Dallas. Touchdown in overtime, that was a tough one. And they were, when Josh Allen played, one of his greatest games of his life, the second matchup against New England. New England dropped a pick 6 that would have given them the lead with like 6 minutes left in the game. I mean, literally, it was a drop, and it was clear sailing. Now, listen, even if they score there, it's probably 50-50 what happens. You know, Buffalo's going to probably have 2 shots at it. But still, when you play the best game of your career, your quarterback rushes the ball like a dozen times, over 100 yards, throws it great, and Mac Jones has one of his worst games, and it's that close. And we add one more thing in. The weather is supposed to be right around 0, 10 degrees at kickoff, down to about 0 later. Wind chill. There's not much wind, but right around 0. All right? There's been 40 games since 1963 in which the temperature has been 5 degrees or less. So the average score in those games has been 38 points. The real cold affects scoring. But here's the piece that people aren't talking about is Josh Allen has a super strong arm that lets him cut through the wind in that wind game, but he doesn't know when to take the heat off the ball. And when your hands are that cold, catching a really hard ball is really hard. So in a way, this feels like it's going to be the wind game halfway, in that the teams are going to have to run a bunch. Or if they pass, it's going to be a problem. But New England has already proven that they can run, and just run. And Buffalo can't do nothing about it. Now, if Buffalo's throwing great, the running isn't enough that New England's doing. But if they can't throw great because of this weather, then New England's got the advantage. And I think +4 is probably a slightly good bet without the weather. The weather pushes it over the top for me. Best bet, New England +4.